Hello, Twitch chat, YouTube. It's 3 a.m. You know what that means? Poor decision making time. Also, I just couldn't sleep because the idea of of tweeting Bolus's school for witchcraft and wizardry. I had to wake up and play just so I could say that I did that, which is ultimately probably a poor decision, but you live and you clearly don't learn. Anyways, this is the other take for Witch Tinker that I had. It's a Grixis take. It is less about the black spells and more about the broken red spells of Dak, Arcanist, Lightning Bolt, and I guess you can play Pyroblast. Spree is also pretty good. Let's not discount Spree here. Spree also not the worst with the Magecraft either. So yeah, it's a big blue Tinker Citadel deck. A lot of counter spells, and maybe we'll be able to beat Doomsday. Maybe we won't, because when you stop and you think about it, does anything beat Doomsday? Maybe not. You see, sure, Citadel can brick, but who gives a shit? Because you put a Citadel in play. I don't think it matters very much, to be perfectly honest. This is pretty similar to the other build, and I didn't have any problems with that. Yeah, sometimes you won't be able to Tinker Citadel while you're out of a sticky situation, and you'll brick, but I mean, would the Delve and Cruise spells be able to get you out of said sticky situation? Probably not, so I think you're gonna be okay. And with the Witch, you can fluster your own spells and then sack the 10 pests to the Citadel and get 10 life and keep going. And it's really nice. So we're gonna continue doing that stuff, and these things in round 1. Alright, round 1, let's do it. Classic. I'm glad I woke up. Mulligan. Classic. I am actually glad I woke up. Keep. Yes. Fantastic. Sure hope my opponent has force. No, Fluster is the reason you play Witch. So, Fluster and Magecraft go very, very well together. And that's why we're doing the whole thing. Also, I think Pyroblast kind of sucks. Yes, I'm aware Pyroblast is good and does good things, but I don't know. I think it's actually gotten less good recently as people have been tuning decks to be better suited. Like, you don't play PO and get PO Pyroblasted, right? So, gosh, done. I don't know what my opponent's playing, and I don't think I really care. I'm pretty sure I'm just jamming Tinker and not giving a fuck. Have a force. Didn't have a force. I have a Citadel. I have a 5 mana draw 2. Or 5 life draw 2, sorry. I got my Gush Mindbreak trapped. That works out very well for me, as I now have a Time Walk to cast. I appreciate that. Kind of wish I could have cast that one off the top, to be honest. What kind of things can I even Merchant Scroll for? Just Force of Will, really? Mm. I guess I don't really need to cast anything else. If it's a Mindbreak Trap deck, I guess I theoretically could still be Bazaar of Baghdad deck. Hmm. Thanks, Diesel. Dak? Alright, I think I've had enough. I guess I'm passing the turn. It was a decent turn one. All we really need to do next turn is play a Witch and then Flusterstorm something, and we should be in great shape. Well, we didn't get to see exactly what was going on from our opponent's deck, but we do know that they have a Mindbreak Trap. It's kind of unfortunate, as they know our deck list, but we do not know what they're playing. But yeah, Tinker Citadel, everybody. Yes, I do. I have a Scalding Tarn on top of my library. I just use the Scalding Tarn to fetch an Underground Sea. And then I cast Witch, I flashback Ancestral Recall, and then I cast something and I fluster it, and then I fluster it, and then I fluster it, and then I sack it all. Yeah. I guess this is I don't know what my opponent is up to. I do know they were trying to play Witch decks. So they could easily be playing blue black control like Matt Murray style Witch deck. They could be on Bazaar, and I would have given up my game one advantage by not knowing that they're on Bazaar, which would be unfortunate. Is there any way we can hedge efficiently? It's kind of hard to tell. They're either on Bazaar with Mindbreak Trap, like Hazar, or they're on like Matt Murray Blue Black, or like any variety of standstill things. Maybe we should just put a Blightsteel instead of a Citadel. Put in a Pithing Needle instead of Pithing Needle instead of a Negation. And maybe that hedges us pretty well. We don't bring in these. I guess we could bring in these. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I think this at least hedges us a little bit where we have something in our deck. It's really unfortunate we don't know exactly what they're playing, but I mean, this hand looks fine. Cuttings does it? Why? What's wrong with just having a Blightsteel Colossus? Like, the only way that doesn't pay off is if opponent is on, I don't know, some kind of Dak Faden control deck? Fuck, okay. So, it's blue-red with Mindbreak Trap. Fair. I should have probably fetched. Alright, I mean, it's fine, like, this is good, though, because we didn't bring in, like, Jailer and Ravenous Trap, right? So, I think we hedged pretty well against a variety of things here, so. And it's not like Tinker is the major part of our game plan, so that Jesus, this alright, bringing in, bringing in jeez, okay, bringing in bringing in Blightsteel was really bad. My opponent is on not only Dak Faden, but also Oko. This actually might be a matchup where you just take out Tinker. Alright, so they're just playing Rug with main deck Mindbreak Traps. Needle was it's pretty good though, yeah. Do I want second Flusterstorm? That's my question. Yes? Obviously, this doesn't play around Mindbreak Trap chat, but I think that's okay. So, theoretically, the way this goes is my opponent plays a land and plays Oko. I force it, they fluster it, and then I fluster back and we win the game. Okay, I guess that's a different way it could go. I think that's just fine. Lol. Alright, maybe Grixis is just, like, way better than blue-black. My bad. I mean, I still know 4 of their 5-card hand as well, which is really good, and these flusters are insane. Alright, I don't know, maybe Lightning Bolt's just good enough. Dak was okay. I don't know. That's why we did play. I liked, man, just Tinker Citadel. Obviously, Tinker Citadel has different highs and lows in comparison to something like Dig Through Time or Treasure Cruise, but in the this is yeah. Sure. I don't know. I think big fan. If I can always be the player casting Tinker Citadel, I'm fine with it. Don't really need a Dak Fade in this game. I still know 4 of their 5-card hand. Sanctuary back to what? Time Walk? That's fine. You're gonna get wrecked again. No, a Mentor is still a crazy good one of. Which is just unrestricted, so you get a lot more utility out of it. Now, I don't think that I have to do anything about that. I guess theoretically they can get this land drop back and hold open Pyro Fluster, so I could force now. I could also probably have lethal if I just force and fluster my own force here, so just do that. No, 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 don't concede. I have more. I have more pests. I have more pests. No. Actually, do I already have lethal pests? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Oh, I guess this is already lethal pest. I wanted to fluster and get another 5 tokens for fun, but this works too. All right, well, that was kind of a rolling. We didn't even sideboard very well, but take it. All right, welcome to round 2, Vintage Challenge. We're up against Shere Khan. Shere Khan's playing Doomsday tonight on his 30 challenge, 30 deck streaming thing. Is this a keepable hand versus Doomsday? Is it? I guess theoretically I could go turn to Arcanist and then scroll ancestral, but I feel like that's asking for a lot. This hand is like super nice, but I don't think you can keep it versus Doomsday, right? It just doesn't function. Because Doomsday is really broken like that. If we had a Moxen in this hand, I think I would snap it off, because then we could just go turn 1 Arcanist and then turn 2 Merchant Scroll, or, you know, Merchant Scroll Ancestral or Time Walk or something, but I think just doesn't do it. This looks better. Yeah, this is nice. So in this hand, I could put away this Brainstorm and go Time Walk, and then if I draw Blue Source, I can go Narset on turn 2 with Force Backup. Oh, sorry, if I draw a blue card, I think drawing a blue card is better than drawing a blue land. I could also theoretically pass the turn, you know, play land, play Moxen, pass the turn, and then I have a blue card. That's obviously lower, that's higher, lower variance, but it gives them the opportunity to play a land and play cantrips and stuff. Whereas if I jam my Narset with them having no lands in play, it immediately means that they don't have 5 extra counter spells in Daze and Flusterstorm. Maybe I'm like playing against Doomsday in all the wrong ways, but it just kind of feels like that would be something I would be interested in. I mean, this is certainly like the highest variance I could possibly have chosen based on my starting, but I don't have as many blue spells as other decks, so maybe this is not the greatest choice. So now we're jamming in blind, and we're just hoping they don't have one of their 5 forces, which is 50% chance. So yeah, maybe this was all just a really shit line, and I'm gonna get punished for it. All right, I kind of regret not just passing the turn, but maybe they don't have force. No, they have force, of course. All right. Well, I think I mean, I did this to myself. Seems like I threw this game again. I don't know. Just like turning off 2 days, 3 fluster, making it so they can't cantrip on turn 1. I just felt like a good enough risk. Is that not a good enough risk? Am I crazy? Like, if I hit a blue card and I force back, I'm pretty much winning from there, right? I mean, sure. I think we're this is like exactly why I wanted to play Narset on turn 1. They've drawn 5 cards down their first turn. I don't know. I thought it made sense. They've drawn 6 cards on their first turn. And they've also cast Necro. Yeah, I mean, sure. Why not? They can only draw 10 cards here, so they can only draw 10 more cards here, I should say. I mean, I didn't have to. I guess it still would have gone terribly, right? If I had just waited a turn and they held up force and then they could have had days. I think I made the right play. I think I made the right play, right? It just didn't work. It's I would probably do it again. Whether or not that's correct is, you know. Yeah, I wish I had the chess analyst. That yeah, chess analysis there would be really nice. Oh, you just have consult kill? Really? Can we fucking get this deck out of the format, please? I mean, they didn't even play a Doomsday and I died. So this deck, I guess, could still technically exist, but I don't know. I think I made the right play and it just didn't work. Well, it was never underplayed in Vintage. It was just Thassa's Oracle got printed and immediately broke the deck in half. So, what do I even have? I have a Pyroblast and an Opposition Agent. It's not terrible. Doomsday is not fair. Doomsday is the best deck in the format, and it's not particularly close. I'm playing 4 Fluster Storms, and I think my Doomsday matchup is bad. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I think my Doomsday matchup is bad. I'm playing 12 main deck Doomsday hate. Just off it. Just so off it. This is my main deck. It's not like I'm playing, 3 of these in the board. And, maybe I'm playing this. It's not like I'm playing like this. I'm 4 Flusters. Bring them in. I don't know. I like, when's the last time we ever beat fucking Doomsday on stream? Ever? Never? When I play PO. I beat Doomsday when I play PO a bunch, actually. So that kind of works. Yeah. When I play PO, we beat Doomsday. Because, PO is a broken deck. Restrict PO. I don't know. Like, to be fair, in the earlier stream today for the first challenge, I think I played abysmally versus Doomsday, and I probably threw the games. So that one's kind of on me. But we have, like, cast 0 Flusterstorms versus Doomsday, and we have 4 in both challenges today. So I guess draw better, maybe. It does kind of seem that if my first card I drew was not was a blue card and not lightning bolt, that we probably would have won that game. So not terrible. This looks keepable. Classics did it. Excuse me. This is the kind of hand where I want to go turn 1 Arcanist, misstep something. Maybe not misstep something. I'm going to cast Ancestral on my turn, and they're going to play their 1 of Force of Negation and exile my Ancestral. I'm just ready. I'm ready for the pain. Bring on the pain. I'm ready. It's a really good 6-card hand, though, so. To be fair, if this was a Delve spell, would the Delve spell really be adding that much to this hand? As a similarly late game card, it does represent a blue card that could be pitched to force, I guess, which would be reasonable. Such a beautiful card. I'm happy this got an old border. Even though I don't like the card that much. Scalding Tarn is in great need of an old border. But it's kind of probably hard for them to print outside of like a secret lair or something. All right, 6-card hand from Nico. Looks like they're at least considering forcing this. What's the worst that could happen? I have an Ancestral in my hand? Come on now, we all know I'm not that lucky. Resolves. Who's ready to get turn 1? Probably safe. Oh, fuck that shit. It's only insane if we get a turn. Ready for the 1 of negation, chat? Ooh, maybe we should just brainstorm to start. That kind of vibes, actually. I don't really think Citadel is the route we want to take this game. I'm pretty sure I just want to play a land, cast Ancestral. Cast Ancestral. I guess I could technically hold Ancestral, but fuck that. I think this is correct. This is the first. This might be one of the first times I've ever gotten to do this. By the way, I am not one to be playing the Arcanists typically. Oh, that's pretty good. And by that's pretty good, I mean that's insane. No Necro for you. Next turn. Is this what it's like to be a Xerox player? Wow, that's pretty broken. Why have I never done that before? Wait. Are you telling me that drawing Ancestral Recall is broken? There's no chance. There's no chance. It didn't resolve, but it resolved the second time I cast it. It's okay. We'll just get killed by turn 1 Doomsday with Days Force back up, and everything will go back to normal. Do not worry, chat. It will all go back to normal. I refuse to be hopeful about this this match. I refuse. Have you ever played against Doomsday, Wombo? Have you ever actually won a game against Doomsday? I really doubt it, right? 7-card hand, can't win. No one beats Discover. Amir, that's cheating. You're using Doomsday. So really, did Doomsday actually lose that match? Probably not. Portent. Well, thankfully it wasn't Brainstorm or something. Tell me this hand isn't gas. I don't know. I feel like Doomsday can win through this hand pretty easily. This is actually a very similar hand that we kept in against Bart today in the first challenge, and we got destroyed because by the time you cast Narset, your opponent has cast 4 Preordains already, and their hand is just like Demonic Tutor, Dig Through Time, and you just lose. Now, if we draw Lotus, that's a different story. That's a theoretically good card against Doomsday. But a lot of cards are theoretically good against Doomsday until they, kill you with Daze and Force and all that stuff. I mean, there's nothing I can do about this, right? Doomsday. We're definitely not Matt Murraying it. That's not an option. I'm definitely not. Like, Matt Murray would snap let this resolve and somehow win the game. But we're against Nico. Like, there's no way Nico doesn't build a pile that beats us. 0% chance. I'm just worried that flustering is not great. So if they fluster back and then they have like a daze, we look silly. Kind of think we're just supposed to force pitch Narset to start. Matt would see this and say, "Well, that card doesn't actually do anything, Justin." But I don't know. Do you guys think if we let this resolve, we can win the game with 1, maybe 2 forces plus fluster? Kind of don't. I never think you can do that, but I think it's like not very likely. I kind of just want to draw like a mana crypt and then play an opposition agent. Oh, Mystical Dispute, the value. So they can resolve it if they have a fluster. Jesus Christ. Okay. How does anyone ever beat Doomsday? I just don't understand. You know we lose the game if they have a Street Wraith, too? If we led on Fluster, we would still lose. What the fuck are you talking about, Wombo? This stack is still lost if we led on Fluster. They just flustered our Fluster, and then we forced their Doomsday, and they Mystical Dispute it. What are you talking about, Wombo? I know I'm right. Fuck. This is every Doomsday hand, chat. This is not an uncommon thing. This is literally every single game of Doomsday goes like this. They kill you on turn 2 with double counterspell backup. Hull Breacher's not good here either. I guess it would be good because I can force, but then I think I'm losing the game if I'm forcing again. And then I have one land and they have a better cantrip engine, right? No, I've literally never played against Doomsday where like it doesn't happen. They just kill you every time with double counterspell backup. Every fucking time. It's just unbeatable deck. What do you want? What else can I fucking do? I have no other counterplay. Just get this deck out of the format, please. And then you have to sit there and wait for 10 minutes as they make a perfect Doomsday pile when you actually have no outs. No, I can't stream Doomsday, Wombo, because chat goes too crazy. They make 20 lines that all kill me, and I can't parse it, and so I have to ignore chat. And if I'm ignoring chat, then why the fuck am I streaming? You know? Yeah, if I'm not reading chat, there's no fucking point to streaming. In my mind, anyways. I'm not even going to check what cards they have. I probably should have brought in a lightning bolt for possible opposition agents. Yes. I don't know if I really care, though. I wouldn't make any changes to the format. Modern Horizon 2 is coming. You have to wait till after Modern Horizons 2. There's no point to making changes to a format before they completely nuke it off the face of the earth. Hilarious. Great draw. Would play again. Gosh, I die. Yay! Aren't we glad we spent 5 minutes making a pile to play around everything? I'm okay with Modern Horizons 2 shaking up the format. I have no problem with that. I think theoretically here, if I did draw a blue card off the top, we might have had some kind of chance somehow. I don't know. You got me. Look at that. It's gone. Doomsday has to fucking go. All right, Doomsday is too much. I'm just so over it. All right, here we are. Round 3 Vintage Challenge. We just got our butt smacked by Doomsday because that is, you know, vintage. We got to win out. Let's do it. They're revealing a companion. They're revealing Luris of the Dream Den. I hope they're on White Weenie. We have a Lightning Bolt. Eep. I think I'm just going to fetch a Volcanic here and cast Preordain. They could also theoretically be on Breach. Sure, Ancestral's a decent one. See if they're White Weenie or are they on Breach, or they could be on the Wombo. No, sorry, the Juju pile, the Juju Bean pile. They might be on the Juju Bean pile. That could be true too. Almost slipped up there and called it the wrong name. Wasteland. All right. All right. So it's probably White Weenie, but that means we probably get to resolve Ancestral unless they have double Mox Thalia. Okay, double mark Luminarch Aspirant. I mean, that's an insane start for my opponent as well. Definitely a strong one. Let's definitely take a look what their hand is before we make any more decisions. They have Path, Kataki, 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 Kataki. This deck is wild, chat. Deck is just crazy to me. And what's gonna happen here is, I don't know. I kind of have to draw Force for Luris, I guess. Because I kind of want to Lightning Bolt the Luminarch Aspirant. I swear to God, though, if I fetch a Volcanic, they're gonna top deck Wasteland, right? But Ancestraling here isn't great. I could go fetch Island, upkeep Ancestral. I could even Ancestral on my turn and just overdraw. I'm just like really worried if I fetch an Island and then never get a red source for Lightning Bolt and then the Luminarch Aspirant runs away with things. Maybe I don't give a shit about the Luminarch Aspirant and I should just be casting Ancestral and not caring. But I do have Dak Vadens I need to use off of Volcanic. I don't know. I guess we can wait, right? If they just play a Plains, then we have, all systems go. Guess we can just take 3 if we wanted to as well. I kind of think I just want to Lightning Bolt it, though. Like, their turn is what? Put Luris into their hand. Then we just need to find an answer. Maybe I don't need to. I don't know. I just feel like we'll have a force for the Luris. Well, the turn 1 Wasteland was a real problem. Maybe I should have just fetched Island. they actually going to play Kataki? What? I mean, they're dead, right? We have Tinker. I guess theoretically we might not win. I could just bolt Luminarch Aspirant and progress normally. I don't actually know if I'm actually supposed to blight Bolus a Citadel here. It doesn't really seem necessary. I just bolt this, deploy a Dak Fade in. Or I could just bolt. I mean, I could. I don't really think I need to steal their shit. They can just have a Hitaki. Who gives a shit? Those cards suck. Oh, I mean, I always knew Conspiracy Theorist wasn't the strongest card. I guess they're gonna path this. No, opponent's deck is like, I'm just so off opponent's deck. People play it a lot though. Sure. Means they can't bring it back with Luris. Like, why? Why? I'm actually interested. Why do you want to play a like? There is another taxing deck in the format. It's called Mishra's Workshop. There's there's three varieties of taxing decks that use Mishra's Workshop and are much more effective at doing what you probably want them to do. I will tinker here, I think. We just have a much higher chance of being able to make sure it has value. Put the Luris in their hand, sure. Yeah, but if you want to do that, why would we not Tinker, Citadel. I just feel like whenever I play against this white weenie deck, it just feels like a complete buy. There's no Archon in this deck. They're playing Luris, chat. Ready for this? This is my favorite part of playing this deck. Force. Full priority. Flusterstorm my force. Please. Didn't I hold priority? I mean, they have another Path to Exile in hand, so I probably shouldn't have done that. But I just wanted to anyways. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't. I forgot they had another Path to Exile in their hand. Whatever, it's fine. I gained 3 life, right? It just doesn't matter. I can just fluster for no reason, even though I know they have a Path to Exile in their hand that they were supposed to cast first to play around Flusterstorm, and they chose not to. I actually don't have another basic in my deck to get, though. That's kind of sad. Wait, I found another Fluster, chat. Yeah, this deck is so much fun. Doesn't do anything because I don't have a witch, but I want it off the top of my library. I might lose this game, to be perfectly honest. Because because I flustered the first thing, I might just lose this game, which is pretty funny to me. Probably not, but it's theoretically possible. Oh god, these cards are so bad. Where's my... I need witches, huh? Where my witches at? I'm actually like not thinking about making any plays. These plays all seem pretty bad that I'm making. Whoops. What kind of merchant scroll targets do I even have left in my deck? Just forces or something? I might lose this game just because I'm just making plays at random, right? I guess I can just merchant scroll for a force. I guess I win off a time walk, so I have not been yeah, I have not been oh god, I used my black. No, I already used that black mana. I have not been paying the utmost attention here, yes. I am actually making plays at random. It might be because it's 5 a.m. and I haven't slept. But I definitely did make this harder for myself than it needed to be. feel like I can find another blue spell. I guess I could always crack and keep going. If my mono white opponent goes creature time walk, are we dead? No. No, we're not dead. in, in fact, that is not the case. I've made this so hard for myself. It's really funny. the Flusterstorm to be funny. Forgetting about the second Path to Exile in my opponent's main deck and in their in their hand was probably not the highlight of my Magic career. But it's fine. We have a Citadel in play. It doesn't actually change anything. You can fool around, cast some spells that don't matter. All right, so we'll move up to 4 lightning bolts in our deck, which is, you know, pretty reasonable. Pyroblast can probably go. Plus negation can go. Well, I guess they're the ones playing Deafening Silence, so there's like some plus side to playing negation. Mountain can come in. I wonder if negation's better than Fluster. They are playing paths, right? It's the Luris version. My favorite part of that game was when they Kataki'd themselves. Kataki, Mad Leonian Arbiters. 4 Path to Exile. Oh, this one, 2 Silence in the board. And Stony Silence in the board. All right, so I guess I do need to leave in negation. I guess I'll just take out some Flusters. I mean, I have 4 Lightning Bolt Dreadhorde Arcanists. It should be pretty good against my opponent's deck. I don't know the last time I registered 4 Lightning Bolts. Maybe Modern. Ah, a classic. Well, this one's 1 basic island away from being a keep. If I had a Lightning Bolt, I might keep it as well. Like if one of these negations or the Time Walk was a Lightning Bolt. But I think I'm going to put this one back. It's fine. Ah, yes. Mother of Runes in Vintage. Why are you playing Mother of Runes? This deck is just so silly, chat. I'm sorry. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, why are we playing Mother of Runes? I could brick here and they could play Leonian Arbiter, to be fair. But I'm still gonna do it. Just kidding. Who can ever brick? I don't even care. I'm not even gonna bolt this thing. They don't even play Cavern in their deck. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the way this particular version of Death and Taxes is constructed. I just don't agree with not playing Cavern of Souls. I don't agree with playing Mother of Runes in 2021 vintage for that matter. I understand that people, one of my YouTube commenters has done really well with this deck. They really like this deck, but I think I just don't like the way it's configured. Yeah, I've had this rant before on stream. I just don't see a compelling reason to be playing this Luris version, or at the very least, just like not playing Cavern or something. I don't know. I don't think I care. Sure, have a mother. Like I don't know. It just doesn't. It's like why? What am I doing? I actually think I'm going to save the 5. Am I want to save the 5 life? I don't know. I kind of don't think so. Yeah, sure, whatever. Attack with mother. Maybe I should have mental misstep Mother of Runes. Kind of interesting. I guess I should have just cracked Lotus there and bolted one of those. That's my own fault. I'm really out of it right now. Sorry, chat. I definitely should have bolted a Mother with... I should have just cracked Lotus and bolted Mother. Don't know why I didn't do that. I mean, this is like a big reason why not to do that. So you can just go like this. Lumi. Sure. Maybe I'll die. Maybe I'll die because I just got too greedy and let the Mother of Runes stay in play for too long. I mean, they have 0 cards in hand. I have an active Citadel. Doesn't feel like I'm going to die, but... Okay, never mind. I don't think we can die now. Um... Fine. Oh, I'm so bad. I have even more things. I forgot how much stuff we actually have right now. I guess we can play that out. I have a fetch land for Mystic Sanctuary for Preordain for Ancestral Recall. I need to fluster something at some point and just activate Citadel. But it doesn't really matter. This is just winning from here, so. Oh, I just drew this? Sure. I actually think if I just went face with all of these, it was probably lethal. I don't know. It doesn't. I'm sorry. Again, not not playing very well here. Uh, Mostly because it just does not matter. Yeah, that was really bad. I think if I just throw all the lightning bolts at the face, it's probably lethal this turn because they take 3, 6, 9, 12, and then die to a witch triggers. So, I mean, don't look at this as the pinnacle of sequencing and play here. Sorry. 5 a.m. does that to a man. But yeah, don't play Luris and Mother. Well, don't play Mother of Runes, please. Please, chat. All right, here we are in round 4 of the Vintage Challenge. We found another Death and Taxes player, but this player typically plays Archon instead of Luris. This is great. Keep. Yup. Isn't the deck great, Karate? 5 Moxen is broken. Whoa, hey, chill. Unless you're not talking about my blue-black version. As long as you're talking about Andreas's version and not mine. All right, it's acceptable. Is this a good turn 1, chat? Dreadhorde Arcanist, Sapphire, Preordain. Is that a good turn 1? I guess I theoretically could play Dak Faden as well, but I think that's way worse. I just want to find more lands and lightning bolts, I guess. And force, maybe. I don't know where Swayge's at. Where you at, Swayge?
Can't sleep. Thanks for the content.
Me neither. Nice corgis. Thanks for the support. That's cute. I like that. The problem with Drown in the Lock is you think it might be able to counter a Doomsday, but the problem is you never have a blue and a black mana because you don't make it to turn 2. So it's a sad time. What happened to my opponent? They fall asleep? I'll have to probably cut this out of the video, huh? Or I'll leave it in. Lazy YouTube, Justin. Nope, no, here they at. They're here. They're here. Yeah, I could have finished my chess game. I conceded this chess game to play you, Swayze. Feels a little unfair what we're doing. I like a force. Gosh. Time walk? Time walk. Time walk seems good. Kind of draws me a million cards, doesn't it? I guess if they play a turn 1 spirit or something, it's bad. I guess if they play a turn 1 archon, it's pretty bad as well. Planes. Sapphire. Oh, deafening silence. Yeah. I guess that works out pretty poorly for me. I think what I'm gonna do is just stack that sapphire. Can't cast. Wait, I can just I could dack them. Not that good. Just counter this. I guess we should just draw with Preordain. Justin learns how to Xerox. I don't really want either of these, right? Hmm. What do I want? I actually can't get rid of this deafening silence. Just a witch, I guess. Revoker on Dak is pretty good. Huh. Demonic Tutor. So what I want to do is, I guess I want to just draw Flooded. I guess I just want to play Dreadhorde, right? I can't play Demonic this turn. I just hold this Sanctuary. Oh wait, I didn't play any spells. No, what? Oh, what? Didn't I cast Ponder? Is this bugged? Oh, this is targeting. This is targeting. Okay. Okay. I it did that the same thing last time. I don't know why at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Sorry, chat. Oh, I guess the downside to this line is I can't hold up negation. But there's not anything else really left that I want to negate besides maybe Chalice on one. So this is gonna be an Archon. Oh, a Mother. That's really bad for me, isn't it? I think this is really bad for me. So maybe I should have played this Mystic Sanctuary out. Whoops. So the Lightning Bolt is now not going to be good. So I guess we just have to get a witch, right? Kind of funny. I should have just played this Sanctuary out. I would have been able to hold open negation in case they drew Chalice. I guess if they draw Path to Exile on my Witch, might be pretty problematic. And this is kind of problematic board. Just the Deafening Silence is very good against me. Should I wait until I have 6 mana? If I attack, they block, and give this pro red. So that's not very good. I mean, what would they have in their hand that they wouldn't play? It has to be Path, right? Maybe a Lotus, like a Mox or something, but I feel like it has to be Path. I kind of want to wait for another mana source. Maybe that's greedy. Wait, I have 6 mana. What am I doing? Oh my god. Sorry, chat. I have 6 mana. Can't make this shit up, dude. I don't know, man. Sure. I'm not going to attack, and I'm not going to cast Gush, and I'm not going to cast Ponder. I'm just going to pass back. And if they have a path here, it's fine. Which they did. They did have a path. All right, I played this game kind of well. Make them pay 3 life, and then... So they'd have to have 2 paths now. And I'm at least going to get 2 pests, because I'm definitely going to Gush on their turn. Normally you don't want to do that. But because I can only cast a spell every turn, so... This card's so good. This card's incredible. People were saying this card wasn't going to be good, but that card is so good. I shouldn't have played that. Yeah, it would definitely better if these didn't get pro multicolored. I still think attacking's kind of garbage. Mental misstep kind of seems... I kind of think it's bad. Because I'm going to, be casting spells on my turn anyways. I think I just want to find another witch. Should you mark it as a buy? No, it's fine. So I can put the demonic tutor back on the top of my library. Okay, this thing flies. I guess that's slightly problematic at some point here. I can. I wish I had that force before. Oh no, that comes into play tapped because of this stupid Archon. I'm so bad. Huh. I'm pretty bad. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna sacrifice one of these Dreadhorde Arcanists to the army. Playing pretty poorly tonight. I get a. All right. There's a lightning bolt. So theoretically, at some point, something could happen. If I end of turn lightning bolt the runes and then I attack and I lightning bolt again, I can kill something, right? That's how this works. Wait, they're just not blocking. I mean, sure. All right, I'm just gonna choose to. I don't want to get wrecked by this card. It's not a huge deal. I don't really have to force this, but I just don't feel like dealing with it. Especially if my opponent's gonna like let me attack with this Dreadhorde every time for free. Oh yeah, we could sit it out them out. That's true too. Wait, I don't have a Lotus anymore, do I? Oh, I do sell a Lotus. Tinker, Dak Faden, Emerald. I guess that works. Ah, cool. I don't know. This whole Sedgemoor Witch thing, pretty strong, chat. I decided to block this time. Fair. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly 10. Pretty good. I guess I get 2 more pests, so it's a little bit more than 10. They could have Mental Misstep here. This game went on much longer than I thought it was going to. They could have swords, their own creature, right? I know they play 3 Path to Exile, so that went well. Let's go back up to 4 lightning bolts. Deafening Silence, Mindbreak Trap, Itaki. I mean, this looks good. Interesting. I think this is a mulligan. If I had a follow-up, like a witch or something, I'd probably keep it. But unfortunately, my only action spell is probably get pitched to negation for a deafening silence or a moxin or something. So I think I should put this back. This looks much better. Leyline of the Void. Interesting. The only thing that uses the graveyard is Mystic Sanctuary? So, oh, Dreadhorde Arcanist, sorry. I forgot that we play Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's a new one for me. It's okay. It's a 1/3. It blocks. It blocks chat. One three trample. You're right. Sorry. My bad. That would be good against me if I didn't have 4 lightning bolts in my deck. Imagine if they had misstep there. I currently have quite a poor hand, so maybe we still lose. Citadel. I don't actually have enough black sources in my deck to do that. So I guess we're gonna take the 1/3. Yeah, they're gonna play an Archon, and I'm just gonna die. Sure. Sure. I definitely wasn't happy about drawing 2 Arcanists there. Uh-oh. It's Lumi time. I think we're gonna lose this game by a lot. Kind of unfortunate. We did draw on it. We cast Ancestral, and it just was bad. I mean, we've also drawn like 7 lands, so that doesn't really help. But I'll switch that one back to... I think it's like reasonable. Maybe I actually should just bottom 2 cards here. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Jesus Christ. I'm just gonna die to my own mana crypt here, so. I don't know. I think we're just dead, unfortunately. We just drew, like, there are no fetchable lands. I mean, there's a Mystic Sanctuary. It's the only fetchable land left in my deck. I don't even think I want to DAC them, though. It doesn't seem very good. I think I just lose. I don't really think I have counterplay to just losing. I don't. Yeah, sure. I think we just drew badly, to be perfectly honest. Obviously, the ley line drawing into double Arcanist was not good with the ley line in play. We only have, these are the only cards that care about our graveyard in our entire deck, and we drew, three of them or two of them. Stacking them is not the play I want to make because they're missing land drops and they're going to be drawing a card on my turn, and that will hit them into Archon, and I would lose. So I don't like that very much. Yeah, I think we just got like horrendously unlucky there. So I mean, I have 4 lightning bolts in my deck, right? I guess I used one of them, so I had 3 more lightning bolts. I didn't find a witch. I didn't find demonic tinker. They have Leonian Arbiter. They have Relic Ward, 4 Relic Warders, and 3 Path to Exiles that they will definitely keep in. I would not be bringing in Blightsteel Colossus. Obviously, Citadel is not great against Deafening Silence, but yeah, I don't know. It happens. Vintage. I guess they do probably lose that game if they didn't have Leyline, which is kind of interesting. This is actually a place where I don't know if you're supposed to actually cast Probe. I don't think you're mulliganing this hand. What if they play Leyline? What if they just Leyline me? Yeah, I'm not really sure if you're supposed to keep Probe in your hand to pitch, but I don't know. Seeing their hand is broken, drawing Moxen is broken, drawing Preordain is broken. So look at this deck: Path to Exile, Leonian Arbiter, Plains, Strip Mine, Thalia, Containment Priest, and that's a keep, I guess. How were people registering this? So do I just play the Arcanist and get it forced, or get the path the force, or I can just play a Narset here? I just want to play a Narset here. Maybe this is like really bad play. Huh. Wow, I have a lot of choices. What if they go? Yeah, I don't know. Probably just fault. They drew Ruby. Jesus, that's like the best possible draw, right? Because now they can go Thalia and Strip Mine. Hmm. Oh, they drew a Ghost Quarter, and they went Arbiter. Okay, so those are the 2 cards I didn't know about. Oh no, I knew about Arbiter. These are the 2 cards I didn't know about. So do I have to just force this? I don't think I do. Then I can't protect from path, though. Wait. If they just wasteland and I go if I go to my turn and I can't go Arcanist and Bolt. Yeah, they sequenced this really weird. I think I have to just force it though. Kind of unfortunate. Oh well. Scroll for Ancestral. It's pretty good. Well, if they didn't show me Ghost Quarter, I wouldn't have the information that they have a Ghost Quarter. Ooh, what about just dacking a Mox Ruby here? I guess they still have plain Strip Mine. I could also go Soul Ring, Dread Horde, Merchant Scroll for Ancestral. Kind of think I want to just take this Ruby. They still have a path as well. Especially if they're trying to like Strip Mine Ghost Quarter me and I have a bunch of Lightning Bolts. So what are they going to do this turn? Play Plains, Thalia, or I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Oh, they keep playing cards I already, I don't know about. Yeah, all right. Stealing the Ruby was definitely correct. Oh, they're going to flash in Containment Priest. Okay. I drew a lot of Dreadhorde Arcanists here. I don't have another island to go Ancestral this turn. I wonder if I should just plus on my deck. Oh, interesting. What if I just go blue mana Lotus and cast Ancestral? Might be worse than just playing 2 Arcanists, right? Nah. Man, I have so many options, don't I? What if I just pitch a Lightning Bolt? I want to hit a land drop and go double Arcanist. Or who gives a shit? Now I just Citadel them? Okay. Who needs Arcanists? Just leyline me, bro. Nice. That'd be good if I wasn't playing 4 Lightning Bolts in my deck. No. Yeah, both teams fought hard. Oh, it's wait, why is it? Oh, I have a mountain. Whoops. Imagine things mattering when you have a Bolus of Citadel. Is there another bolt? Oh, there are no more bolts. That's problematic. Lol. Could not draw out here. You got it, homie. Good thing I Yeah, are we gonna pay 3 life? No, probably not. No, we don't have time walk either. GG's, Swayze, GG's. Way to go. What a way to go. Alright, here we are, round 5 of the 3 AM challenge. We're against Mogged, powerful wizard. Sometimes plays Ravager. So this hand is not fantastic. Not sure if I'm allowed to mulligan it though. Kind of an interesting concept. I kind of do want to mulligan it though. If this had a Force of Will, I would keep it. If it had a Moxen, I would keep it. Kind of just want to put it back. I'm pretty sure Mog like always plays Ravager, right? Yeah, Mog always plays Ravager. I'm gonna put this back. Maybe that's hella greedy. And it probably is. I just don't see like which 7-card hand out of Ravager my first hand was beating. Pretty sure it loses to just any 7-card Ravager hand. So this hand's like not great either. I'm not gonna go around and lie and say this hand's great, but I think it has more chances. And I don't think I wanted to go to 5. I don't think we're winning this game 1, by the way. This hand's pretty bad. But because I think the land is better than a top. That's why I kept the land and not the top. I have, you know, a 95% chance my opponent is playing Ravager Shops, which is going to be wastelanding me and restricting me on mana, and I just don't find top to be particularly useful there. If they don't have a Moxen, I wish I kept my first hand. There's like no way you keep like Workshop Inspector Go though, do you? That would be hard to imagine. If they kept Workshop Inspector Go, man, my first hand was so much better. But I have a feeling they're gonna go like Moxen Sphere or something like that. I don't think you usually keep a 7-card hand that's Workshop Inspector Go. I'm gonna be I'll be pretty sad if this is their turn 1, because my other hand could function if given a turn to, you know, deploy. All right, here we go. Moxen Shot Sphere. Oh, Moxen Ravager, really? All right. I mean, I definitely wish I kept my turn my 7-card hand then. I don't really. I guess it's pretty hard to mulligan 4 mana Inspector Ravager on turn 1. But man, my first hand had Tinker Probe, so if I just, you know, draw into some fast mana, I can maybe Tinker and snag a win. Interesting. I guess I can still technically Tinker and grab a win if I just randomly find a Tinker. Yeah, this is true. My best draws are Witch, Tinker, Ancestral, Sapphire, Lotus. Witch, Tinker, Ancestral, Sapphire. Oh, they have more spells? This is All right, well, now this all makes sense. All right, well, I lose. Cool. I'm glad we played. It was a good time. Let's do it again sometime. I wonder if I should just concede. I'm just gonna concede. Didn't really get there with Ravager in play. All right. Lightsteel Colossus, Shattering Spree, Needle, Mountain, Lightning Bolt, Citadel, Misstep, Bluster, Pyroblast, and Top. Could also take out Probe, but I think my blue count's a little low. So solid 8-card sideboard plan. Now this deck looks pretty good against shops. I've got Mountain, Shattering Spree, Arcanist, 4 bolts, 2 Dax, 6 forces, along with Tinker's Colossus. I think post board you look real good against shops. The problem is we do have to win a game 3 on the draw. Sorry, if we win this game 2. Yeah, keep. Go. All right, so about that game 3 on the draw. In game 1 and game 2, the losing player cast 0 spells. 2 perfect victories. All right, this hand's really good. I mean, sometimes the game is over on turn 1, and sometimes the game is over on turn 30 versus Luminarch Aspirant. So, you know, it really goes either way. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. They keep a 6er, maybe? 6er, okay. On the play, 6er, yeah. Ooh, another workshop hand. Sphere. Theoretically, I can brainstorm and have a fetch land. But I don't actually have cards in hand, so Preordain might still just be better. Oh no, I can't because oh yeah, I could. Yo, True Hero. Thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Crushed me earlier today. I don't know if this is correct. Could be wrong. Now I kind of wish I had the brainstorm, so maybe I made a misplay. I forgot that I would be drawing 2 new cards. Whoops. They're probably like, what the hell? Dreadhorde Arcanist after getting tinkered in game 2? Uh-oh. Workshop. Oh, Chief of the Foundry. I see. How do I get a Dak Faden? I'd love a Chief of the Foundry. Or just a Lightning, not Lightning Bolt anymore, I guess. It has to be Shattering Spree. Well, I definitely wish I had taken that Brainstorm. Wow, that was a huge punt. Fuck that one up, chat. My bad. That might cost me the game, to be honest. Alright, so I guess this works, right? I can double bolt a chief. No, I guess I could bolt both chiefs. No, just double bolt a chief. It's kind of a poor use of resources, but I definitely threw this game by not taking Brainstorm. That was really, really poor of me. I guess this is kind of what happens when you don't know how to play Xerox, huh? Another chief? Alright, well, I guess I need to draw Shattering Spree. I drew Blightsteel Colossus? Not good. I cast... I could at least give it another turn. I threw the game though. It's my own fault. Like there was no reason I couldn't take Brainstorm and have with a fetch land and 2 unknown draws, right? Like that's just a really bad play on my part. So I do still win this game with a Shattering Spree probably, but another Dreadhorde. I just the problem was I forgot that What happens is I forgot that I was gonna draw 2 cards, so I didn't think I had cards to put back with Brainstorm. Huh. So if I leave these both on top and I just go Underground Sea. If I had fetched first, that would have been maybe better. Narset's my best way of finding a Shattering Spree, right? I wish I had fetched first, maybe. I didn't want to fetch because I have to get Volcanic and I didn't want to expose it to Wasteland. I could just take the Narset and play a Narset and activate it. I don't know. Narset makes me go. I guess it's not that much deeper. It's only 1 card deeper. Just can't seem to draw Shattering Spree. That one's not bad. If they have a Ballista, it's gonna be for 3 anyways. 3, 6, 8. It's for 4 no matter what, so there's no reason not to block. They have an Ancient Tomb, they have 8 mana, they make a 4/4, they can shoot it down. That's really good. Holy shit. I think this deck is a lot better versus shops than the blue-black deck that I made. Yeah. Tried so hard and got so far. Which is insane. Which is so good. This card is just incredibly good. Dreadhorde Shattering Spree makes the shops, and 4 Lightning Bolts really makes the shops matchup pretty reasonable. All right, so here we are in the final round of the Vintage Challenge. We are win and into top 8. We are playing Karate, who is on 74 of our 75, so we got a mirror match here. Should be pretty interesting. I think the mirror is pretty back and forth depending on, what spells you have, so. This is an insane hand. I'm just going to snap it off. No reason to play that. Hmm. I know my opponent is on 74 of my 75 cards, so I know that I don't have to play around Wasteland. They do have a Daze in their deck. If they see my hand, they're more likely to hold open Fluster. I want to just jam a Tinker with 1 Force. Is it crazy to Fluster here? Maybe I don't want to jam a Citadel into a Dak Vaden deck. Uh-oh. They play an Arcanist here. It's not great. They don't have many cards left in hand, though. They'll be at 5 card next turn. Though this Flusterstorm is getting a lot worse with my opponent having infinite mana. Top, bottom. Five mana. Narset. What do you think about negating this? Resolves. Sure. Don't we win? Now we super win, right? They would have dazed me if they had it, right? So... Citadel dumb. Oh, look. Game's over. I should have done this in the other order, probably. I should have cast the Ponder and held priority. I think just drawing that is actually fine and cracking away. I did not like the order I did that in. I'm just going to do the Flusterstorm here, and I actually have a top, so there's no reason to. Never mind. Now they had a Tinker of their own, but no counter magic. I should have gotten Brainstorm. Oops. I might die to this crypt if I don't do something special here. uh, Oops. No, I guess I can just sack the crypt, I guess. 5, 7, 9, 10. All the pests go away. I drain them for 10. I gain a bunch of life. The crypt is gone. I can draw some more cards if I want. Maybe I should just left the fluster on top. Yeah, let's just leave a fluster on top. This is fine. We have a couple force of wills, you know. Look at this hand. uh you don't need to win the game on the same turn, chat. You just need to draw 7 forces and pass. All right, so lightning bolts and pyroblast come in. Opposition agent comes in, and then I wonder if we're supposed to keep Tinker Citadel in this deck. I don't think we are. I think we're just supposed to take it out. Take out Tinker, Citadel, Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, and just play. Just play normal. It's a little weird, but maybe top is worse than Soul Ring. Like this. I don't know. I don't actually think that's true. I think Soul Ring's worse than top. I kind of like this idea. I wonder if that's correct. Opposition agent gets a little bit worse without Mana Crypt Soul Ring, but like the matchup is 4 Fluster Storms, 3 Pyroblast, 2 Pyroblasts. Like I have to force this one. Just because I didn't have a lightning bolt. They have another one. That's quite bad for me. They have Dreadhorde plus Fluster here. But they don't have a cantrip, but then the next turn they can get Demonic. It's quite bad for me, I think. They drew a Jet. Yeah, that's not good. They have Fluster Demonic. What are we even going to do? We're just dead, right? I guess we could... What do? We just die, right? We have no counterplay to this, and we just lose to Ancestral? Man, Xerox mirrors are fun, are they? There's just no counterplay, right? We have nothing we can do. Everything loses. Just the difference between Moxen, no Moxen? If I make up if I play one of my 2-drops, it gets flustered. They untap and they go demonic, ancestral, ancestral. If I play land and pass, they go demonic, ancestral. I fluster, they fluster, they ancestral, then they ancestral, and I am also still losing. But it does tap them out of 1 more mana. I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Does it matter? This at least like threatens that I have force of will, and I could force the demonic tutor maybe. But I mean I don't. So no, because then they just fluster my fluster, and it's losing. Yeah, this game is just we don't have the cards to beat our opponent. What if we draw Black Lotus, maybe? They're kind of flooded out, right? Theoretically. I don't know if that was better than none of these lines let me beat a counter spell, right? It's not really a tough game. It's just it was a lost game on the start, right? I guess theoretically my opponent could have uh all blanks maybe, but never mind. There are no outs though, right? Like I can't even demonic now. Kind of wish. So, oh, Dreadhorde, I guess. All right. Well, that wasn't much of a game. I mean, that's assuming that they let the witch resolve for whatever reason, anyway, which they don't have. I think they chose to let the witch resolve because they had a lightning bolt and a force, but maybe that's better line, yeah. All right, well, hopefully our hand's better than my opponent's hand last round. I mean, I'm never mulliganing these hands, right? Like, it's just better to keep this medium 7 than mulligan. Okay, sure. That's a pretty aggressive use of mental misstep, but I mean, if my opponent's gonna have a Mox every game, I think we're pretty hard pressed to win, right? Kind of need to draw a lightning bolt. Am I just demonicking for lightning bolt? I could just get ancestral, right? It's pretty bad against Flusterstorm. I guess everything is bad against Flusterstorm. Everything is gonna, like, what do you want me to get? What do you want me to do? They played a turn 1 Arcanist and we didn't. Was I supposed to mulligan? Maybe. What do you want me to get off this DT? They use their mental misstep. I don't know. They just had a better hand than me, right? Was I supposed to mulligan my hand? This just gonna be opposition agent or something? No. Backfaded? Narset? Time walk? Ancestral? Ah, yeah. Merchant Scroll Ancestral. So they have Fluster then, right? How can we win? Lotus Ancestral? I guess they could have Pyroblast as well, right? Maybe I was supposed to float red so I could crack blue. Because now I can't. No, I can replay Dak off of Volk, so it's still fine. I don't need to crack this at all. Okay. So the problem here is if I Pyroblast their ancestral, then they just flash it back. But if I bolt their Arcanist, then they just resolve ancestral. But I think going Arcanist, I think going Arcanist is better than going Dak, right? Maybe it's not. Yeah, but I would have to hold Pyro up off of Lotus, which is kind of garbage, right? Especially if they have like Fluster or anything else. What if I just put back both these lands, crack them away, play a Dak Vaden, and activate Dak Vaden? Oh, maybe I can hold up Lightning Bolt. What if I just hold open my fetch land? I don't want to hold open fetch land because of opposition agent, but I do want to fetch though. Oh, I didn't put them. I shuffled them away. Never mind. That was nice. Okay, sure. I have my own ancestral in the yard as well. Gush. I guess, right? Like, am I gonna not counter this? I have an ancestral follow up, so. But it's more likely they find a fluster. I guess they could just not find a fluster. Okay. Ruby's so good. They have 5 mana now. Oh, they kept Tinker in? Jesus Christ. Sure. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we just got outdrawn, didn't we? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to play the stupid fucking ancestral mirrors. Maybe I played terribly. Sure. What the fuck? Really? I don't know. I think keeping in Tinker Citadel against the 4 Flusterstorm Pyroblast deck is kind of shitty. I don't think I would do it. Obviously I wouldn't do it. I clearly did not do it. Did I play this badly? I don't feel like I did. I just kind of feel like my opponent had way better cards than I did. I didn't draw nearly as many Moxen as my opponent did. That kind of felt like the big breaker, didn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11. Fuck me. Gotta sneak one in at some point when they weren't looking. Oh, now I can't even fetch to pay for the days. It's just lost. Which is better than Young Pyro? For every reason. Every single thing on the card makes it better than Young Pyro. I don't think it matters that it's good with Citadel. I think that this card is just better than Young Pyro in every way, besides the fact that it costs 1 extra mana, which is a big deal. But, like, it has unblockable, it has ward for 3 life, it has a 3/2, it has things. Yeah, Karate. I didn't keep in Tinker Citadel. I cut Tinker Citadel. I cut Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, Tinker Citadel. Because I feel like playing Tinker Citadel against the 4 Flusterstorm, 2 Pyroblast crazy deck seems like insane. Um yeah, I don't know, maybe? I feel like this games were just you played things off of On Color Moxen and I did not, right? I don't really think 2 for 1ing yourself is a big deal. Especially if you're gonna play Tinker Citadel. I don't know. I feel like maybe they're bad because of Fluster. I don't know. Force seems awful. Maybe? I guess that's like kind of reasonable. So you went would you just do this? Like this? I think you definitely cut Crypt. I think you definitely cut Crypt. Okay. So you went like this and I cut this, 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 and this. All right, maybe. All right, I guess negation's not fantastic. Mm. I don't know. My initial instinct was just like trying to resolve a card that is blue and destroys your Moxen, and you're not likely to have Moxen. Just kind of seemed bad to me, but maybe just having an oops I win is fine. But it wasn't really like Tinker that was the big problem. It was just you had Moxen, right? I'm not sure. Can look, I guess. I mean, I don't think negation's like terrible. It still counters DAC, and if you cast it on their spell, they can't flash it back with Arcanist, and you're still battling. Like you're still doing counter wars on their turn over their Arcanists, right? I don't think it's great. I'm not saying that it's great. I just don't know. It just doesn't feel like I don't know. My initial instinct is not trying to resolve Tinker into the face of 4 Flusterstorm, 2 Pyroblast, but like theoretically, you shouldn't have so much mana that like you had like infinite mana every game, right? You had Sapphire this game, and in this case, I just was super far. I think this game's pretty winnable for me if I have a Bolt. Maybe not. Like if I have a Moxen and I get to play turn 1 Demonic, then it seems fine. Like this game, like I have okay cards, but I just don't have 2 Moxen. And I'm just too far behind, and then I get buried by an Ancestral. And then in this game, I kept like I'm not supposed to mulligan these 7s, right, Karate? Like if it's a 7 that has like keepable cards, like I don't feel like you're supposed to mulligan it. Like you keep this 7? Maybe cut Tinker Citadel, cut Tinker. You could maybe do that. Cut Tinker, Crypt, and Negations, and just leave Citadel in your deck. Kind of an interesting idea. I think Mana Crypt definitely should get taken out in the mirror. This was a really aggressive misstep, but it worked out pretty well. I feel like I would not be misstepping a preordain there, but I don't know. Misstep is kind of important, right? When we're both hinging on lightning bolts and I just think it's like this is just the worst case scenario, right? Sapphire Arcanist, and I don't have a lightning bolt. If I have a lightning bolt here, we're in good shape, actually. I would. Oh no, I would definitely tap out from Pyro on turn one. What the fuck do I care about? Like, I have to cast this preordain log. There's no way I'm not casting preordain there. And then I'm just screwed after that, right? I guess it's really not terrible until you went and got your own ancestral. Yeah, I mean, Days is fine. I just think that, like, you're a pretty bad Tinker deck already, and having the ability to access top and make your Tinkers better, and also having, like, another thing to Tinker off of, and another way to filter late game draws. I don't know. I think top is pretty good. I think I'm. I just don't agree with you, Rafa. I think I would always slam preordain there. You have to make sure you like progressing your game plan, hitting land drops, finding the spells you need. I'm pretty sure you just have to cast preordain on turn one. I think it's I think it'd be wrong not to. I get ancestral here. I think it's fine, but then you have your own merchant scroll, and then you don't cast ancestral, which means that you definitely. Well, I guess you could be playing around negation. So I guess this is the point where is there a better line here that makes me get out of this? I think we played it right. We cast Lotus, cast Ancestral, resolving Ancestral through Flusterstorm. Are you sure, Log? Because I'm pretty sure we lost the game immediately. I kind of like the line we took here. You resolved an Arcanist on turn one, and I didn't have an answer, so that was pretty much the game. Which is, you see, that's the reason, Karate, that I think you want to keep Force of Will in your deck, because if your opponent resolves an Arcanist and you have no answer, you lose. And theoretically, you should have an answer because you're playing 4 lightning bolts, but I disagree, Log. I think exactly one flashback card loses you the game. I actually think that's the case. I think if you ever flashback a spell with Arcanist, you win. At least that's what it's felt like, anyways. I really hate Pyroblast, though. Can we just like take a minute to recognize just how fucking bad these Pyroblasts are in the hand? Like, if these were Flusters, how much better shape we would be in? Kind of ridiculous. Fucking Pyroblast is such a bad card. Anyways. So we are we're definitely not top 8ing. We were in 8th. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8. So we're probably 9th. I guess we'll stick around and find out. Ooh, that's it. Unfortunately, we breakered out into 10th. We probably were never breakering into 8th. We would like top breaker into 9. So nothing to be super sad about there. Had to win our last round. What do we think about the deck? I thought the deck was really good. I think that this red version looks a lot better than the blue-black version. And The Reds cards, Shattering Spree, Arcanist, for Lightning Bolt really help against the White Weenie deck and the Ravager Shops deck and all kinds of things like that. So I definitely think that this version is definitely better than the blue black version, and I recommend this one going forward. There's definitely some cards you can tweak and tune. Already top aided with 74 of the 75 and just swapped out a top for a daze. Makes perfect sense to me. So yeah, I'm really happy with this list. I think this list is really powerful. It could be a metagame changer, to be perfectly honest. It has a lot of the cool things I like about PO, but is a more robust and all around better deck. You're not trying to resolve a 4 mana blue card. You have, Arcanist and Witch, which are just much better cards. So I'm going to be playing this deck going forward. I think I'm really happy with this. Hopefully, we can work on it and get it ready for the showcase at the end of the month. Thank you for watching this nice 3 a.m. stream. If you enjoyed this content and you're on YouTube right now, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. That will help me out a lot, grow the channel, grow Vintage, and much appreciated. And of course, thank you to the 100 some odd people here who are with me at now 7 a.m. On Twitch. Have a great rest of your week.